Kronospan takes great care to protect the world we live in and to minimise the impact of its operations on the environment. We only use sustainable harvested timber or recycled timber in our products, and we hold a Forestry Stewardship Council certificate. We operate under the strict rules of an environmental permit, and if we don't follow them, we could be prosecuted. Everyone who comes onto site must comply with these rules. If you're in any doubt, ask your Kronospan contact or line manager. There are 4 areas that mainly affect you: liquid waste, solid waste, dust and noise. We'll start by looking at liquid waste. There are 3 wastewater streams from the site. 2 of them are in colour-coded drains. The third is removed from site for disposal. The red drain is for foul water, while blue drains are strictly for surface water only. The blue drains go to holding lagoons where the surface water is tested before discharge to the River Dee, which is also a major source of drinking water. So you mustn't put anything down the drain. The drains are for rainwater only. In the pre-production area, effluent water from the process is collected through the red drains into the middle road pit, where it's tested before release to the public sewer, again within agreed consent limits. The third wastewater stream from the site involves off-site disposal, either by tanker or by collecting it in IBC containers. Each one is for a specific known waste, and it's clearly labelled. You must not add anything to any of these containers without our prior consent. These are the steps for dealing with a spill. First of all, assess it and assure the safety of any persons affected by it. If it's too large for you to deal with, get help by dialing 222. If you need PPE, you'll find it in the nearest spill kit bin. Seal any drains or gullies using the nearest drain cover. The spill kits contain everything that you'll need to clear up the spill, and the contents are colour-coded. These yellow absorbents are for chemical spills. Other colours include white for oils and grey for non-aggressive liquids. As soon as you can, report the incident to your line manager or Kronospan site contact to arrange appropriate disposal. Solid waste for recycling or disposal is segregated into colour-coded and clearly labelled skips. MDF goes into red skips for recycling. General waste, which doesn't get recycled, goes into green skips. And chipboard and wood goes into yellow skips, again for recycling. Metal goes into blue skips for recycling. If it's a motor or a gearbox, make sure it's drained of any oil first. Oily rags and other oil-contaminated waste is bagged and goes into a dedicated skip at the end of the day. Impregnated paper, which is process waste, goes into orange skips, and we also have specific skips for cardboard and arrangements for recycling plastic. If you're arranging removal of waste from the site, you must ensure that the paperwork is properly filled out and signed by a competent person. The Kronospan copy must be given to the weighbridge operator. They will not otherwise allow you to leave. If you're doing any work on site that involves generating waste, you must discuss it first with your Kronospan site contact or line manager. A dust emission is usually caused by a process problem or by poor housekeeping. If you see a dust emission incident, you must report it to someone on that plant straight away. If you're the person operating that plant, assess the situation. If you need help, ring 222. If you can deal with it yourself, stop it at source as quickly as possible. Then report it immediately and clear it up straight away. Any dust can cause problems with our neighbours, especially up at roof level, where even a small leak can be carried by the wind and have a serious effect. So always deal with damping down and clearing away roof level spills as a priority.
Left a little bit.
Noise is another big nuisance issue with our neighbours, and we have made a commitment to them to keep noise levels to a minimum. Using our main skips between 7 PM and 7 AM is antisocial and is prohibited, so please ensure your departmental waste containers are emptied before 7 PM. This fork truck driver is having an impact on the village right now by leaving the vehicle in reverse gear with his reverse bleepers sounding. These doors are there to contain the noise, so please don't prop them open. Think about the effect of your actions on our neighbours in Chirk. We're part of that community and have a responsibility towards it. Now, here's your final set of questions.